Okay. All right, folks. Sorry that took forever. I don't know what my phone was doing. It kept giving me this weird, excuse me, change your screen to a different, uh, to the to horizontal. It said change your screen to horizontal, but I already had it on horizontal. So I'm like, I don't understand what's going on with this. But we are here now, so that's great. I don't know if I should wait for a few more people because it's already a half hour after when I was supposed to have started. Um, so we'll probably go a little long because I did want to open both my mystery boxes and my bargain bead box today. So let's turn down and we'll get started at least with my first mystery box, and we'll see if anybody else shows up. So here we go. We're turning. Come on, turn. Okay, here's my first mystery box. Let's raise a little bit because we want to see it a little better. Well, you know what? We don't need to see it a little better because I'll be putting this stuff on the mat and just putting the box to the side. So let's open up our box. But yeah, I don't know what YouTube was doing. It just was not, it just kept telling me that it couldn't come on because my screen was it was gray and it wouldn't let me bring it on, and it just kept telling me that hi Jenny, hi PK, that it was just kept telling me that I needed to switch the orientation, but the orientation was the way that I had it set up. So here is our box, our little card with all the interesting stuff. Oh, I got two fashion grips. It looks like a mini one and a regular one. Now let's put the box to the side and we can just bring the things out and look at them. So I don't know if I have anything that the mini will fit. We'll have to see. I usually don't use these grips anyway. I have other ones and I haven't used them before, but they're pretty cool looking. They might be nice for the hands. I shall have to try them. So anyway, we have two fashion grips, a mini and a regular. Then we have, looks like some 21 gauge flat wire in a, well, it's rose gold. I was going to say it says it looks gold, but not. So it's rose gold. Buy a new tool, yeah, to make my grips work. And then I have some more in bare copper, the 21 flat. I have some of this crimp tube and artistic wire in 14 gauge, and it's actually a weird color. I don't know what I'd call this color. Oh, it says olive. Okay. I got some square rubber tubing. I use rubber tubing a lot, but usually the round stuff to make the beads have. Though you know what? With the square, that would really work even better in a big hole bead because the square is wider. Have to think about that. That's an interesting thought. They're saying use it on memory wire, which is in it would work, yeah. So square wire, square rubber tubing. We got some 18 gauge multicolored craft wire. These are some pretty colors. In this one, it looks like red, blue, and gold. Let's see, what's this one? Okay, this is another one of that 14 gauge artistic wire and crimp tubes. And this one is turquoise. I don't know that I'd call that turquoise. It's a little dark blue for turquoise. But that's what they want to call it. permanently colored wire, and it's a mesh. Interesting, and silver color. I think I saw Randy got some of that too. Weird stuff. Polyester braided cord. 1 millimeter, tan and white. I was hoping for one of those boxes like Randy got with all the chain in it, but polyester braided cord, 1 millimeter in pure white. Artistic wire multicolor in looks like green, brown, and gold. Cotton tassel cord. Interesting. I'm not much for tassels, but I could make it. I could make a tassel with this, all right. It wouldn't be a problem. But now I got some of those wrappers. I'm not much for a wrap around like that. I might try it with if I have some rivolis that would fit, but we'll have to see. Now we got some more cotton tassel cord, but it's in a silvery color as opposed to this bronze color I got this last bunch in. It says metallic gold on black, and this one says metallic silver on white. Make a combo tassel out of it. I'm not fond of tassels either, PK, so that wasn't really the thing for me, but hey, Bonnie. So, like I said, I'm not much for tassels, but I can make some tassels. I probably put some beads on the end of the cord to give it a little more oomph. Oh, cool. Now this I can go for. These are the lobster claws in copper, but they are the 15 millimeter size, which is the size I really like. And it's hard to find copper ones, so that's a score. Got some more of these large crimp tube connectors. I assume you could use the regular crimping tool on these. I've never tried it, and I don't know that I need those. Looks like I have a couple of rolls of 7-strand wire in bright silver and satin gold. I only use soft flex wire, so I'll probably send this to Randy. That's what I usually do when I get wire I don't want. What are these? Tags. Oh, they're like putting a jump ring or something. They'd make for hooking your well, you know, come to think of it, the copper ones said with tags. Do they have tags in here? Oh yeah, they are. They're down in there underneath the lobster claws. These are for hooking your lobster claws onto. I usually just use jump rings. Whatever works, if you've got it. Ooh, I got some chain. That's a pretty chain too. 6.1 oval link. I like that. Looks like we got this square tool for making a ear wire rectangular. I don't make my own ear wires, so you can use that for just making a rectangular piece. So got a few little gold oval jump rings. Some gold chain. That's a pretty one. I do like chain. Let's see what else we got. 2 more things in here. One more chain in silver. And I like these closures for if you're making multi-strand bracelets. They're really great. They would work great on necklaces too. But there's 2 of these in gold. So that's cool. There's things in here I really like these I use a lot. The chain, I love chain, so I'm definitely, chain is always a total score. So we like those. Oops, that one went to the floor. Come on, come back here. Oh, sorry guys. Dropped my chain. Okay. The next thing that I probably like the most is these 2 18 gauge wires. These are pretty. I like those. Yeah, they cost $25, and even though there's things I won't use, they are worth that. But these I probably will not use to wrap the metal around like they say. I probably will use them with resin in the middle. Or, well, if I wrap them, it's probably going to be for a Rivoli. I love these. Glad I got these. These are the size I like. Don't really care for this. I can take it or leave it. Same with these 14 gauge wires. Though frankly, I don't think they would look good. I was going to say I use 14 gauge on my circlets, but I'm not sure that those colors would be good for a circlet. This, I don't know what I'm going to use it for. The only thing I can think of is like using it like silver silk and putting large beads inside it. It might work that way, but I don't know. Like I said, I could have done without the tassel stuff, but I can make tassels. I've made them before. I just don't care for them that much. Not much for cords either, so we'll see. I like this. I like using flat wire. You can use them for making earrings. You just gotta sand the rough side down or file it down, put a hole in it, straighten it, and then you can put a hole in other places to hang stuff, or you can hang down in front of your metal. So that's really cool. I like this. This is great. Like I said, I only use soft flex wire, so this wire will probably go to Randy. That's what I usually do when I get wire that I don't want. And then the rubber tubing, you can use rubber tubing in a variety of ways. You can use it over your beading wire between beads to give it a little bit of oomph between them. Or, like I said, I usually use it in large hole beads, my round, and sometimes my round is too small, so this square actually might be better, because if I have a really large hole bead, the square edges makes this be bigger than the round is, so that would work. On which earrings? Do I have a video on making which earrings? And then, of course, I got my two grips. Don't use a lot of, I wonder. They might fit my magical crimpers. So we'll have to see. And as Randy said, you could put one of these like this on one of these your black tools, and then you can tell differentiate them. I painted mine so I can differentiate them pretty well anyway. But so there's box 1. Now I got 2 boxes. We'll see if this second box is exactly alike, or if... Oh, using the flat wire? Actually, I did use flat wire on one of my pair of earrings I made. There is a video. I made it at the same time as a second pair of earrings. I'm not sure how far back it is, and I can always make another one. Okay, it looks like I have different things in this box, at least some different things. So let's see what we got here. Trying to put this beside me and not knock it over. Okay, we got our card, of course. Then we got more flat wire, or square rubber tubing, I should say. And I do have more flat wire. We have a silver one and another rose gold. So we got those. Oh, we got 3, because here's another antique brass one. So I got lots of flat wire. Looks like I got the knitting, the crochet hook, the needle, and the tiny little piece of wire in here. I've got more tassel cord. This is red with black. Boy, I can make a real colorful tassel, can't I? Oh gosh, Deborah. What jump rings? I always use oval jump rings. So I can make another video with these. Oh, and it looks like I have the full set of the others again that are like Randy's, coming out of their case. Back in there where he belongs. So here's I got the full complement now of the crochet hooks. Boy, that's a big one. I didn't even use that big of a size when I crocheted afghans and stuff. Got another one of these little square guys. Guess I can put one in my travel bag. So we have some more of the green, brown, and gold 18 gauge artistic wire. I have 2 more sets of fashion grips, one in the petite again, and one in the large giraffe style, like colors. Ooh, and oh, we got fun stuff down in here now. We've got the tags. Now these tags are sort of small, and I'm not sure the bigger lobster claw will go through those. We'll have to see. Chain. There's like 3 or 4 things of chain in here, it looks like. Here's some lobster claws. These are the smaller ones. Again, ones I'm not overly fond of, because I like a bigger one, the 15. These are the 12s. Or 11s, one or the other. We have some jump rings, some round ones, and some little oval ones. Ah, there we go. We have bigger tags. These are the better ones for the size that of lobster claw I use. We have more chain. This chain's trying to escape. Another chain. There's 3 chains. All these chains I have in here are silver, but there's a whole bunch of them in here now. Here's some more of the bigger lobster claws, the size I like better. And then we have this chain. This is a pretty chain. And we have a really much thicker chain. This is good for when you need some chunky chain. And there's a really fine chain. The big lobster claw is 15. And I got a couple more things of gold chain in here too. We only got gold chain, but hey, gold chain is nice. So there's the other 2 gold chains. And I've got some round jump rings, which I usually don't use. I keep them around for those times when I actually have to use round ones for any particular reason, but in general, I don't use round ones. So there's 2 different sizes of round jump rings. Tiny size of ovals. And I heard somebody say something about where do you get the ovals. Get them from Randy's. She gets them at Taylor Falls. So, and as far as now see, these have the what do they call those things? Whatever. And then the lobster claws that go with them. All these lovely chain. And see, this is the smaller size. And see the difference in size? This one still, I don't think, isn't a 15. It's not quite that as big as I usually use. It's close, but not quite. Let me see if I can get... Yeah, here's one of my 15s. They're much bigger yet. So... Though I'm more likely to use these, which I think are 12s, and I think these are probably 11s. So, and then, didn't I have some of the little rings to go with the bigger size? I thought I did, but I'm not seeing them here. But anyway, all kinds of wonderful chain. I do love some chain. So this one did give me lots of chain, and I seriously appreciate that one. I like this box much better than the other one when it comes right down to it, namely because there's all this chain. And as if that wasn't good enough, we have the wire. And we have all these flat wires. There's 3 of those. And I noticed this box doesn't have any beading wire in it, and that's just fine because, like I said, I use only Softflex, so I would be giving it away anyway. So we have crochet hooks, which, like I said, that one is huge. I don't think I've ever used a crochet hook that big before. Put those in this little thing. We have 2 of those now, so I will probably put, like I said, one in my travel bag. We have the rubber tubing. We have the 2 grips, and we have another color of tassel cord. I think if I use this, I would probably put a few beads at the bottom and then knot it so that it would give a little more oomph to the how big is the biggest crochet hook? It is, that's a good question. Let's see if it has the size on it. They usually do. Come on, you guys can all come out. Oops, dropped my box. Almost. Okay. The package is about open anyway. It's a 10 millimeter, and then an 8 and a 5 is what's in here. I think the 5 is more what I usually use. That 10 is big. That would make a big hole when when you're doing your crocheting. You make a loop, and that would make a pretty good sized one. So go in there properly. Red one, turn. There we go. So you guys can all go back in your box. We want to check the earring shape form. It's weird. It's sort of square. Though funny, the picture looks rounded, but that's not round. That's square. This isn't the same one that their picture is. See, because the picture is rounded up there, and this one is square. So, tassel stuff. And my grips. You know, I've never used grips. I'm not even sure I'd like them. I may open one and put it on my, open this one and put it on my magical crimper and see what it fits like. Come on, come out there. Dang. That thing is a really stubborn staple. Come on, little grippers. Might as well throw this packaging away. And so this little guy, not sure it'll even go in here because of it already has it doesn't want, oh, there it goes finally. Well, it'll go up there if you work it. It doesn't want to really. So I guess it's just as well that you have to work it to get it on, because otherwise it would just slip right off. But it's got a little ways to go. Come on, baby. It's not quite all the way up. It's got about so much to go. Now it's all the way up. It's not bad. Put the other side on. Yeah, this is this was I liked this second box much better than the first box. But we definitely can, even though I'm not a fan of tassels, I can probably make a tassel from all that tassel cord. And like I said, I'd probably put some beads or something on the bottom of it so it wasn't just plain cord. Come on, a little bit more. Okay, I think it's on all the way now. They're all right. I'm not gonna go out of my way for them. They're not that much more cushioned, but they're not bad. So there they are on my mini ones on my magical crimper, because it's a smaller tool. So I really liked my second box better than the first. So it was, hey Jenny. Okay, I can do a video on the flat wire. How long have we been on? Well, technically we've only been on for a half hour because I had such trouble getting started in the beginning. I'm going to close these boxes back up so I don't knock everything out of them. And, oops, that's right there. And, well, actually, hey, Janice, we also have to open my bargain bead box because I got that when I was gone too. So here's the bargain bead box. Or would we rather open the bargain bead box in a different video? I mean, I can just record this if people would rather. We can record the bargain bead box, and I could probably take a little time if we want to, and I could make a quick pair of earrings with the flat wire. Or I can make a video with making the earrings with the flat wire, whichever you prefer. Because I have made a video on the flat wire before. It's not a hard thing to work with. In fact, it's just however you want to use it. You could make a bangle bracelet with it. Let's get one out. Let's get the rose gold out because I have two of those, one in each box. And open a baby up. Come on, open up, baby. Now they've got a picture shown here with some stuff in the back of our piece here. Shows you how to do some things with it. Making a loop and a bracelet. This one they've twisted the wire to make the bracelet. And then this one they've just put some twisted bracelet wire over the other original one. And you can take this and I'm going to clip it. And it's going to pop open because I clipped it over. There we go. Knew it would. And you can, because it's pretty stiff, you can make a bangle bracelet out of this. You can just wrap the ends, wrap it around to make a bracelet shape. And then if you can take and wire wrap with some thinner wire, you can put beads on and wrap beads up on top to make a bracelet. How's my ankle? Well, my feet are still swollen up a little bit, but not too bad. So, what I do to use this is pretty stiff. So you need a heavy duty cutter to cut your wire with. And so this is mine that I use for heavy wire. And you need to, there we go. Now I'm going to cut this end off up here because as you can see, it is at an angle. And you'll notice I'm just working it like that because it won't cut straight through, even with your stronger flush cutters, unless you have like a heavy duty wire cutter. Then we're going to make a second one right at where that one ends. There we go. Put this baby aside. It won't go in here anymore because it's plopped up. But now we have two pieces that are more or less the same length. Now I'm going to have to, I want this straight, so we're just going to work it till I get it straight. Or you can take, sometimes easier, take your steel block and your nylon hammer, because you don't want to mar it any, and just okay, sorry for all the noise. We flattened it though. Now you want to take your file, because these are going to have sharp edges, and just that's not too bad. Now you can file these as little or as much as you want. You want to make sure you don't have any sharp edges, but if you want it to be really smooth, you probably want to file a little longer than I'm filing. And I can tell you this is copper all the way through, because I'm not coming up with any other colors as I'm filing. Now we want to punch a hole, and I'm not sure this punch is heavy enough, duty enough. I may have to get my twist one out. This is pretty sturdy flat wire. It says it's 21 gauge, but it is heavy. So I'm going to see if I can find my twist very easily here. There it is. So now I'm going to use the smaller side here, because I don't want a really huge hole. Actually, I think this is the smaller size. It is. The bigger the hole you want, these have two sizes, a small and a large. So you want to feed this on here to about where you want it, and then start. Now I have a starting hole that I started with the other one, so that was easy to find where this is. So we just twist it till we go through the hole, and I'm pretty sure it's through right now. And we have to twist it off. See, we have a hole in here now. We also have a slightly rough edge. See where we have a, so we want to file that out a little bit again. Now we'll do the same with the other one. Just push it into there. You want to watch. Like I said, I had a starting hole with that one because it started, so I'm going to do the same with this one because it's easier to find the middle with one of those than with these. So, oops, come here, you. Now, if you don't have one of these punches, I know that Randy can get them for you at Thunderhorse Descendant if you want one. Because I've seen her have them, but that doesn't look like it's quite centered. That's better. No. Come on, work off. There we go. Now, as you can see, though, it does mar the metal up on this side, on the back side. So be careful that you make sure that stays the back side when you get something made here. So now we have the two bars. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a copper jump ring. These are pretty good sized. I'm not sure I'm going to want to use these, but we'll see if they'll work. These are what Randy calls a C jump ring because they're not quite round, but they're not quite oval. And these might be too big for my hole. Nope, it works. Now I do need to find a bar or an ear wire to put up on top here. I don't think I have any bright copper, so then you take, come on, go through. We'll close that up. So now you could just put them on an ear wire right now and just have a copper bar like so. That's all right, Rosemary. We were late starting. Could you use the memory wire cutter? The only problem with using the memory wire cutter is that it's, let me see if I can find mine. Here it is. See how it might work. It just might not be wide enough would be my thinking because of the, it's not a wide slot. So you could try it. I don't know. I've never tried it on this actually. Now see, here's what I'm thinking. See how it's just, it might fit, but it's just barely. I don't think I cut it. I think I just slid off. Well, it cut it, but it's a little bit, I don't know. I don't know that I like that cut. It's a little bit weirded out, but at the same time, I would be filing it anyway. So I might be able to see it seems to have a little divot in it right there. So it did cut it though, but you'd have to file a bit because it made a weird little spot in the middle of it there, but it's not bad. But it would work. So anyway, we've got these. Now we have to decide what we want to do with them. Do we want them just leave them as a straight copper bar like this, which you could do, or do you want to do something else? And personally, I would want to do something else. I don't like just a straight, I want it to be a little bit, have a little bit more oomph. So what you do then is you'd find something to give it that oomph. I do have some, they're antique copper, but they'll work as far as might even work better because I have antique copper. There's some. Anyway, put those there. And they'll have to have another jump ring, see, because they have the jump ring goes the same way. Nope, flip you over, you're the back. So then what we want to do, so like I say, we need another little jump ring to, is that the copper? I guess it is. It doesn't know if it wants to be copper or bronze, sort of a weird color in between. So I'm getting 4 jump rings out now of this color, and that's because when we put our ear wire on, our jump ring down below is going a different direction as, well, it's actually going the same direction, so it won't work with our ear wire. So we'll just put this on here, and then our ear wire. So see, that will then hang like so with our little copper bar. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find a copper head pin, which I do have some. I can see them right now from where I'm sitting. And we're going to find a bead or two to put on our head pin. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we'll oh, these are a little mangled. That's all right. Not if you throw them on the floor, it's not all right. I use my fingers generally to get my kinks out. And if I can't, then I will get my flat nose pliers out to go over the worst of the bent up spots. So now we have to decide what we want to put on our wire. And actually, I got a gift of some beads from Rebecca the other day. They got lost in the mail, so some of these poor things got a little bit trashed up, unfortunately, but there was 2 small. Let's see if I like that one or this one. I think I like this one better, so we'll see all the pretties that these didn't come in this sack. I put them in here because the package they came in was pretty well trashed. This broke my heart. In the mail, broke 3 beads. Well, actually, Rebecca tells me one of them was already broken, but she doesn't know which one. But this one was beautiful before it was broken. See that? But that's all right because I'm gonna make some gold glue and put them back together, which means they'll probably stay with me, but that's all right. So anyway, there's all kinds of goodies she gave me. If we want, I can show you them to you later. So what we're going to do is, I think I want more than one bead here. So we might use another one besides one of these. Come on, loose. So these are an interesting bead. I'm not even sure what type these are, but I really like them. They're cool. And it was really nice of Rebecca to give me the beads to send me a gift like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these, and I may just use 2 of the same. I could. I need some spacers. Oh, come on. I know I had some copper spacers up here. What did I do with them? There they are. Now we're going to wrap that up and put it in front of our copper bar. Though it almost hides it. I'm not sure if we want that much. Maybe just the one after all. Because we don't want to entirely hide our copper ball. So it'll go like that. So now we're going to wrap this up. Come on, tuck, baby. There we go. Now we can do one of 2 things here. We can open up the jump ring there and just let it hang off that. Or we can put it into an entirely different jump ring, like this. And since that's the easiest way right now, without opening things up, we will do that. So we'll just open this jump ring, put it through here, put this little bead on, close her up, and come on, there we go. That earring is finished. Now, if you don't want it quite that low, go and put it in that upper link, and it will not be as low on your bar. So it looks like that. So we'll just put the second one together, and this pair of earrings will be done. And then you can see how that flat wire accents the upper piece that's on top. Oop. Oop. Okay, that slipped, so I'm going to take it and put it like this and just push that little bit of wire up so it's higher. on my base bar. Cut the excess off and tuck this in. And this is going to be a little tight of a tuck here. And it doesn't want to tuck where I want it to, but that's all right. It'll still work. So now we'll take our jump ring here and hook it on. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing that one with this, now I'm going to do it with on this the base piece, so you can see what I meant about how it will hang a little different. So we'll just open this back up, take our bar off, put the bead on, put the bar back on, and close it back up. So then see how the difference in the hang, whereas that one's up there further and this one is down here further. So whichever way you prefer it is the way you can keep it. I am actually going to change this one to like this one. I like the it up a little higher so you can see a little more of the copper bar below. So I am going to move this one so that it's like that as well. Just take this ring out. Then we're going to, like I say, we're going to open up this. Take the bar off. Put the bead on. Put the bar back on. And close that ring back up. Now this ring didn't come together all the way, so if that happens, get a good hold and just wiggle it until, with a forward motion back and forth a little bit, till you feel them scrape together. And there we go. So there's the second earring with our copper bar. So pretty simple. And if you wanted to, the other pair I made on a different video, I used some decorative bar. And you can stamp this if you wanted to make it a little decorative. But you can also put a hole down here and hang a dangle down at the bottom as well, if you wished to. Yes, that would work really pretty, Cynthia, to have a little, to have the, to have some cup chain hanging down. That would be pretty. And you actually could take some E6000 and glue some cup chain to it. Let's see, I think I have some here somewhere. This would look better with the silver because the cup chain holder is silver. But here, I'll show you what I mean by just gluing some onto it. Would be really pretty. If I can find the end, there it is. So you could just take some E6000 and just glue your cup chain onto it, just like so. Love my snowflake. Oh, I must have banged this snowflake. This one? I was making them for Christmas, and That was the extra one. So there's how a cup chain glued onto it would look. So there's any number of things you can do. And if you had a cup chain holder, cup thing, you could also just make that into a piece to hang down. You could use multiple colors of metals, and it would also make more of a statement. Come on, sit properly. So there's our little earrings we just made, though. We have been on for an hour, so I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Though actually, before we do that, how about I show you the gift of beads that, other than the ones I just showed you, that Rebecca gave me. So she gave me these pretty green ones that we just used in this earring. I think they're pretty cool. And this strand is going to have to go into a case so I don't lose him. So, like I said, I put them in this bag because the package actually got lost in the mail, and Rebecca had to have them do a search for it. And they did find it, but it was pretty, and got it to me, but it was pretty, the packaging was pretty mangled up. So there's some, I could have used these beads on here as well, and those would look good because they're a thinner square, and they would have been just about the same length as width as our copper bar. Then, as I said, this strand just broke my heart that it was broken up like this. Rebecca said one piece was broken when she mailed it. Not sure which piece, but there are 3 of the 6 broken. But I'm going to make some gold glue and do the Japanese trick of gluing them back together with gold in the middle of them. But because they'll be damaged, I'll probably keep the broken stuff for myself. So we have those. I think those are beautiful. Now these big chunky babies. One of these was chipped. Looks like maybe 2 of them are. But those are cool. Here's some big old nuggets. I think this is chrysoprase, unless I'm very wrong. And these ones were actually trying to leave the envelope. There was a hole in the envelope, and about this many of them were hanging out. So luckily they didn't fall out because they're really pretty. Then we got these big guys. And a couple of those, see, were chipped here. They were banged around too much. And I think some of the others might be chipped on the ends, but they're still very usable. They're pretty cool. Get out of the way so you guys don't get broken. Then she also gave me this beautiful strand here. This one's broken here. But look at the flash on those. Aren't those pretty? I really like those. And then she gave me this little turtle that she said she had started. He had a chip on his foot. I filed him a little to get the sharp out. She said she started this, then didn't know what to do with it. I'm going to turn it into a pendant. So I think he's cute. And lastly, let's put these guys in so they're not in the way so much here. That strand has to be baggied up or put in a box so I don't lose them. And these, like I said, they broke my heart when I saw those. They're so pretty. So the last thing in my bag from her was all kinds of bone pieces. Well, and one metal piece. He's a leaf with a buggy on him. I'm going to have to paint him. I just haven't filled the need. And I love this carved elephant. Isn't he wonderful? So we have another carved elephant, turtle, cross, butterfly, a couple of flowers, Look at him. He's a skull and a sun. And then this is a wooden piece, I believe. It could be horn, but I think it's wood, but it's really pretty. I like it a lot. Then in this baggie is 2 more pieces. And it's looks like a lion chasing an antelope. It's got a hole from here to here, it's a nice pendant. And then this is looks like some mother of pearl. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, those are my really cool pieces that Rebecca, otherwise known as TheMastyx, sent me for a gift, and I'm really thrilled with those things. So anyway, there is our earrings, and made with the flat wire, and then that's both of my boxes from my Beadalon Mystery Boxes. So our earrings. Case. Ah, I was holding it wrong. It was trying to fall the wrong way. That's why it looked funky. So there we go. There's our earrings that we made with our hunk of flat wire. And like I say, you could take the flat wire and make a bangle style bracelet with just a loop on either end instead of any closure. So you can just slide it on. And then you could take some crystals or any other kind of beads and wire wrap them across the top of the bar to make a pretty that way. So anyway, I think it's time to go for the day. And it's been nice chatting with everybody. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.